Um, I'll tell you a slightly horrifying story about Bernie, and it actually happened in 1991 when I was at Jordan. I was at the Brazilian Grand Prix, and I got a letter. An envelope appeared on my desk, and it said, when I opened it, it said, "You're invited to dinner with Mr. Ecclestone." And I thought, oh, Bernie's having a press dinner tonight, so I'll go along to that. There'll be 300 people there, and he's going to give a speech and whatever. So anyway, I went along to this restaurant, and I came in, and I said, "I'm here for the Ecclestone function," and they said, "Oh, right, follow us here." And they came in, and there was a table for four, and there were two other journalists. There was Anne Giantini from L'Equipe in France, and there was Gerhard Kunschink from Salzburg, Nachrichten in Austria. And the three of us sat down, and there was one other chair. And we're looking at each other going, did you get an envelope inviting you to dinner with Bernie? Yeah. Anyway, he walks in, and he sits down, and he says, well, so glad you were all able to join me. And we're like, our mouths are on the table. We're like, what the hell is going on? And he said, the thing is, all three of you have written a story about me in the last 6 months, which I find very interesting because you don't actually know me. And I don't really know how you can write about me when you haven't actually bothered to pick the phone up and have a chat. So I thought we'd have dinner, and then you can ask me anything you want. And then that way, the next time you write about me, you can write about me from a position of knowledge rather than ignorance. Wow. It was the nicest bollocking I've ever had. And then the next thing he said was devastating because he said, you can be any question you want over the next. He said, actually, there's no time limit. 4 hours, 5 hours. He said, you can ask me any question you want, but you can never write about it until I die.